Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Adventures of one obsessed nutrition coach on a mission to create the world where food makes us better. Today is Wednesday, guys, and usually we talk about weight loss Wednesday. And today we are talking about a subject that might be stopping you and stops a lot of people on their way to their fittest, their most energetic, their most awesome self. So what's that thing that is stopping a lot of us? And it's sugar, guys. I definitely had quite some relationship with sugar some years ago. And I definitely at some point felt like I was trapped by it. Like I couldn't imagine my life without it because I needed that getaway, that sugar fix at some point. Like not every day, but once maybe a week, once in 2 weeks, once a month. But at some point in my life, I couldn't imagine my life without it. And it's been a journey, guys, getting off sugar, of all the sugar, of all the flour, and actually not being at a point where I don't even want it. Like I literally, when you put a piece of cake in front of me, it has nothing for me. It does nothing for me, and it's been health journey, but also it had a lot to do with being able to manage my emotions, my stress levels, to recover, distress, relax, and manage myself without having to go to those substances that numb our emotions and allow us to distress. But also for me personally, and for a lot of guys that I'm working with, it's also a biochemical imbalance that we need to address, or those physiological processes that might not be running the way they're supposed to be running. And that's why we also might be having a lot of sugar cravings. So it's sugar, guys, our relationship with it's complicated. It's physiological, meaning it has to do with our physiology, with our body, how our metabolism works, but also it's mental and emotional, because our mental and emotional state, it is connected to different imbalances in our metabolism, but also our emotional and mental imbalances create that physiological state that a lot of times would require those substances to bring us back to balance. Today I'm answering a question that I'm often asked, like how do I get off sugar, and how do I stop this roller coaster, or mental, emotional, physical, this yo-yo thing, when you seem to have a better grasp on your eating habits, and then you include some sugar and you go off the rails again, and mentally and emotionally and physically, and you just can't stop yourself until some point then you feel like you had enough, or that you feel so much pain that you can't continue any longer. So how do we get off sugar? And again, it's a complicated process. I'm not trying to attempt here to address every single aspect of the sugar relationship, but quite a few aspects of that relationship that I personally went through and I coached people through. So first, guys, we gotta do small, simple steps. Even though you might have heard from some people that you gotta go cold turkey with sugar and with a lot of those similar substances, but what statistics show, it doesn't work for many people. Like cold turkey with a lot of other different stressors and different pressures and requirements in our lives, going cold turkey for a lot of people, for a lot of you guys, it might not be an option. Like you might do it for a week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, and then because you didn't develop new habits and how to manage your emotional and physical state, there's going to be that moment, that hard moment, and you give in, and then you'll feel like a total failure. So cold turkey and allowing you, again, doesn't work for most folks. And also small, simple steps, that what seems to work for a lot of people, and allowing yourself to not be perfect from day one, allowing yourself to ease into that that actually what works for most people. So small, simple steps. What do I mean by that? I mean by that, you don't have to say, from today and for my whole life, I'm eating zero sugar or flour and whatever that might be exactly. So zero, from now on. That might be too overwhelming for us, guys. We might have too many habits and routines and, I don't know, celebrations and traditions and mental and physical routines connected to that, to some sugar aspects or habits. So we need to untangle and replace and deal with one problem at a time. Some small, simple steps mean maybe this week, instead of drinking regular soda and drinking maybe 3 cans a day or maybe 10 cans a day, who knows? Maybe instead of that, you just consume a couple or maybe just one less than usual, right? Maybe next week, instead of pastries and all this other sugary stuff, you start replacing it with something more natural, with natural sweeteners that don't mess your blood sugar, like stevia, monk fruit, erythritol, allulose. Maybe the next week you address your coffee drinks or your tea drinks that for a lot of people means a lot of sugar. Maybe when you start with coffee, maybe you'll start ordering something without sugar. Maybe you go to a completely different place, maybe, one habit at a time. So that's what it means, small, simple steps. Maybe the week after you'll address your salad dressing with some honey added, or maybe the next after that you'll address your breakfast cereal that for a lot of people tends to have a lot of sugar and a lot of processed flours. So small, simple steps, take one, deal it with for a week, for 1 week, and then take the next one, guys. Another aspect of getting off sugar is keeping yourself full. Don't fall for this pattern of behavior. I definitely fell for it, not one time. Either eat sugar or nothing at all, and you starve yourself and you put yourself on such a strict diet protocol that it just feels like so much pressure, and it feels so hard and so difficult and so much, you have to exercise your willpower so much. This is not a good idea. Eat all the sugar you want or nothing, keeping yourself starving on some really restrictive diet. That's not the winning strategy, guys. So keep yourself full. Eat balanced meal with protein, with fiber, with good quality fats. Eat 3 meals a day. Don't go for some tiny portions. Eat normal portions. Put half of the plate, as we talked already about, of vegetables, quarter protein, quarter things like tubers, sweet potatoes, beans, whole grains. Again, one thing at a time. Just eliminate the sugar and you'll work on other things later, whatever it is you might want to work on. But don't keep yourself starving. That's been my mistake for quite a while, guys. Don't starve yourself, because that's the biggest issue. When you starve yourself, you get so hungry for anything, especially for those, things that you feel like you're denying yourself, and it feels like that's the exact thing you want, where in actuality, you just might be hungry. You just might not be getting nutrients that you used to be getting when you were getting sugar as well. So keep yourself full, guys. Don't starve yourself while getting off sugar. Another one, keep the sugar out of the house. Don't save it for later, till you are perfect and you are in your perfect way, in your perfect life, and you are completely at ease with your eating habits, and you can stop yourself whenever you start eating desserts. Don't have anything in your sight, in your house. Your brain will know that. And until you build strong habits, strong lifestyle without sugar, you can't have those things around you, guys. They're gonna sabotage you. So don't keep them in your house. Take your whole family, maybe your spouse, your girlfriends, boyfriends, your roommates on board. People understand that. And when you explain that you are trying to change this is difficult for you, people will be on board with you. Plus, eating a lot of sugar, not good for anyone. So they might try it as well. But yeah, for this period of your time, the most difficult and tough when you're trying to change your habits, keep it out of sight, out of mind. Don't save it for later. If you have it in your house, don't eat it, give it away. For someone who is in better position to manage their sugars, just get it out of the house, get it out of your sight, of your purses, of your snack boxes, of your drawers, whatever that might be. Get it out of sight and out of mind. Another one that I worked through is avoiding triggering places. I don't know if you moved in your life a lot or not, and if you notice that peculiar thing that we humans do whenever we change our location, where we live, where we shop, where we work, where we order our food. We tend to it tends to be really easy for us to change our habits, our behaviors. So because our habits, they are like chain reactions, one action leading to the next one. And so if you come into your regular coffee shop where you always been ordering that sugary drink, that frappuccino or whatever that might be, so your brain wants to do the exact same thing, because doing the exact same thing is easy for our brain. We are habitual creatures. It's easy for our brain to do the same thing. And so when you get into the same place, into the same coffee shop, it's easy for your brain to order the same thing. And it requires additional willpower to think about other options. But guys, if you change that coffee shop and go to a completely new coffee shop where you have none of those habits, your brain is totally okay with making any choice. And so in that new place, order something that is aligned with your new lifestyle. So maybe order mint tea or black coffee, or just coffee with milk. Just black coffee, milk, latte without no sugar, or whatever that might be. We're trying to get off sugar, not of everything altogether, right? So go to a new coffee shop and order that new drink, or eat out in new places, shop in new places. If you have the ability to move easily, then move. Believe me, guys, I moved a lot in my life, and it's never been easier than when I moved to a new place to change my new habits, to change my lifestyle and start something new. And it doesn't just go for our diet, it goes for everything: relationship, being your new self, starting new careers, doing something new, starting a sport, starting fitness routine. It's never easier than in a new place, because your new place doesn't have those triggers that put you into behavior, into automatic behavior that you, for now, when it comes to sugar, want to change. So change the places where you eat, where you have your coffee, where you shop. That's a huge thing, guys. The next one that is really important: try to avoid social gatherings with a lot of sugar. Choose a month, a few weeks where you don't have those essential occasions. So the months that has the least like birthday parties, and especially now during quarantine, might be the perfect time to give yourself a chance to break off that sugar addiction. So avoid social gatherings where it's a part of the ritual to eat desserts, to eat sweets, to indulge. Avoid those places that might be especially hard for you to to continue working on this new habit or on this new life without sugar. So avoid those. And people who care will understand. People who don't care, you don't have to share that with me, and you can just say no. So avoid those trigger places. It's a huge thing, guys. Also remember that flour is the same kind of sugar, just in a different form. So if you're trying to get off sugar, I highly recommend to get off flours, meaning breads, pastries, pastas, because when it comes to our metabolism, specifically blood sugar metabolism, it's kind of the same thing, and it will keep your cravings for sugar quite strong. So I recommend getting off all the flours and whatever is made with flours. If you want to eat grains, then eat whole grains, meaning not made into some sort of flour, pastry, pasta, pizza, or whatever that might be. Don't forget also, guys, to check the ingredients on all of the foods that you're buying, because that sugar, sometimes they put it in frozen vegetables mixes that have some sauces, and so you check the ingredients on that sauce and here we go, there's sugar in it. You check the ingredients on your favorite salad dressing and here we go, it has sugar in it. Especially if you eat out, most of the foods that you gonna order, they would have some sugar if they have some sauces, dressings on them. And if it's also, guys, if it tastes sweet, there is sugar in it. And don't be also fooled by all this stuff like natural sugars. You know, regular sugar, it's made out of beets. They're quite natural, or sugar cane. They are natural. So all natural doesn't mean shit. It's still sugar. So honey, agave, whatever, it's the same sweetener, guys. Don't be fooled by those all natural fancy labels. Again, regular sugar is also natural. And my bonus advice, guys, the one that I'm using every time I'm trying to get super lean and I need to suppress my hunger, because the body doesn't like to be losing weight, especially if you're trying to get extra lean. So you need to kind of fool your body, your brain into thinking you're not hungry. But especially it also helps with sugar cravings. And so what I'm talking about? I'm talking about these supplements. Here, for example, in Russia, where I am right now, I was able to get this newer slimming, what is it, like supplement. It's all natural. All they did smart marketing and combined a few extract in one pill, and those ingredients that in this supplement, you can also find them one by one and just start taking them. They are proven to help our nervous system, our brain, keep you less hungry, have less cravings for foods, carbs, and sweets. So look into supplements, into the next supplements, ingredients. 5-HTP, it's a natural appetite suppressant. So look into 5-HTP, getting it somewhere. It helps you to not feel like you are hungry, and it also reduces cravings in it and helps you to feel more relaxed. So 5-HTP, and you want to be taking somewhere between 200-400 milligrams. Then the extract of gymnema, not sure if I pronounce it actually right. I think it's Gymnema sylvestre or something like that. But if you Google Gymnema, Gymnema, Gymnema extract, that's a natural extract from a plant, and it is proven to reduce our cravings for sugars, sweets, carbs, and in general reduce our appetite naturally. So about 400 milligrams, that's what you want to be taking daily. Then chromium, guys. Not having enough chromium for one reason or the other, it tends to elevate our cravings for sweets, sugar, for carbs, and elevate our hunger. You want to be taking somewhere around 150 micrograms, not milligrams. Chromium, guys, look into that too. And vitamin B6. B vitamins in general, I suggest taking for most of the people who are working on their health, because a lot of those vitamins, but especially B6, they're super important in energy production cycles. And guess what, guys? When your brain senses that you don't have enough energy, or you are for some reason not able to make enough energy, and it has nothing to do with food or fat available, it has to do with B vitamins that your body needs to make energy out of our food or of our own body fat. So when we lack B vitamins and B6 specifically, we might be hungry, eating a lot and having a lot of body fat, just because our body is not able to make the energy from available resources. Think about B vitamins as key to a lock, to your energy lock. So if you don't have that key, that energy gonna be locked And even though you might have a lot of it, you might eat a lot of it, you might have a lot of fat on your body available to burn for energy, without those unlocking B vitamins, your body will not be able to get that energy. As simple as that, guys. So 4-6 milligram a day of B vitamin, and again, I suggest just getting B complex, all the B vitamins, and start getting them, because a lot of diets, especially when you try to limit a lot of things in your diet, when you're on some sort of diet, you're not going to be getting even close to what you need of B vitamins. So to repeat those supplements that you might look at: 5-HTP, 200 to 400 milligrams a day, extract of gymnema, 400 milligrams, chromium, about 150 micrograms, and vitamin B6 and all the B vitamins as a supplement. And they usually come in the amounts that is appropriate for human being to take. Plus, they're not toxic, so you can just take natural, good quality supplement and take them, and that's gonna help you on a physical level to bring your cravings for sweets, for carbs, for food in general down. And that's it, guys. So re-listen to this episode again and start moving towards that goal, that life without sugar, one small, simple step at a time. That's what works for most people. That's what worked for me, where now I'm at a point that I can go a whole year without a gram of sugar, and I don't feel like I need it. Because I'm full of all of the time. I have all the nutrients that my body needs. I know how to work with my emotions. I organize my environment so there are no triggers. I manage my stress, my recovery well. I don't put myself in situations where I require a lot of willpower. And that tends to work, and it works for a lot of people I worked with, guys. So small, simple steps. If you need more advice, more specific advice, if you are struggling with a specific challenge, feel free to reach out via my email, angela@createyourself.today, or on any social media where you can find me, and start working on that. Because, guys, when you stabilize, when you balance out your relationship with sugar and those addictions and cravings, you'll be a balanced person who has a lot of energy all the time, who can balance and manage their emotions and their mental state, and especially negative self-talk and self-esteem. And you feel awesome might be for the first time in your life. And that's why it's worth it to work on that sugar addiction habit that a lot of us do have because of how our food environment is set up. We did it to ourselves. Now we are the ones who can undo it. But till our food system is designed in a better way, you can also do something in a smart way, not by exercising your willpower, because that never really works long term. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to share this episode with someone who might be struggling with their sugar addiction, and who knows that their problem they need to address. There is a better way of doing things. So share this episode with them. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for shares, for your love, for the feedback, for staying with me. I hope you're doing well, guys, and thriving, and you're healthy and happy, and that's all that matters. Anyhow, guys, thank you. Share this episode. Eat less sugar. Until next time, eat better daily.